Most of the time, Christian movies play it safe with predictable plots where you can spot the ending from 10 miles away. But today we found a handful of movies that decided to take a risk and actually try to surprise you. And the best part, they are all fully available to watch for free on YouTube. We have a robot trying to escape a corporate villain, a psychological thriller with repressed memories, and a comedy about a honeymoon gone wrong. So keep watching, we might find a hidden gem for you. Let's start! Number 1. An Unlikely Angel. Janie is a career-driven toy executive with a life of success. But on the cusp of motherhood and in the middle of the biggest pitch of her career, she whispers a simple prayer for help. The answer arrives as a rideshare driving angel and a life-altering accident that fast-forwards her life and forces her to confront a future as an outsider to her own family. An Unlikely Angel is a well-produced film with a sharp script and strong performances. It shines in its exploration of family dynamics and grounds its fantastic premise in the real struggle of a marriage under strain. The story bravely depicts the subtle ways a husband and wife can drift apart and adds depth and honesty to the narrative. While a family film, parents should note it contains mature themes. The plot includes a hinted-at car accident, a wife's attempt to win back her husband's affection in a nightgown, and the difficult complexities of a man tempted by another woman. These elements make it best suited for viewers who can handle serious dramatic situations. The movie serves as a modern-day parable of Mary and Martha, and asks what truly matters when life pulls us in a million directions. You will learn how God restores relationships and gives second chances. Janie's story shows that even when our choices lead us astray, turning back to Him can pave the road home. Number 2 on our list is F.R.E.D.I. An intelligent robot created to better human life is stolen by its own inventor, desperate to keep it from the hands of a warmongering CEO. Lost in the woods, F.R.E.D.I is discovered by James, a 15-year-old facing the troubled waters of his parents' separation. As corporate villains close in, the boy and his new friend must outrun them and forge a bond that teaches James about courage and heals old wounds. The film shines with a heartfelt story reminiscent of classics like E.T., grounded by the sweet friendship between James and the lovable robot, voiced by Candace Cameron Bure. It's a fun, family-friendly adventure with a balanced tone that offers drama, intrigue, and giggles in a quality production parents and kids can appreciate. Many viewers note the story feels familiar and echoes other tales of a kid befriending a lost non-human. The straightforward plot and clear moral lines are suited for its intended tween audience, though the film stays within familiar genre territory. F.R.E.D.I is an excellent squeaky clean choice for family movie night. Its themes are wholesome and its action is exciting without being frightening, so it is a safe bet for younger viewers. The movie is about healing. F.R.E.D.I provides the attention and concern. James needs to process his family's struggles so he can reconnect with those he cares about most. It's a beautiful picture of how unexpected friendship can arrive just in time to mend a broken heart. Number 3. God's Compass. On the night of her retirement party, a series of crises hit Suzanne Waters' life. Her pregnant daughter-in-law goes into labor, and the troubled young man who tries to steal her car ends up driving her to the hospital. This act of conflicted kindness sets off a chain reaction. It leads Suzanne to feel a divine nudge to help the delinquent teen, Eli. A decision that puts her at odds with her own son and tests her faith. God's Compass shines with powerful performances from War Room alums Karen Abercrombie and T.C. Stallings, who create an authentic mother-son dynamic. Joey Ibanez is brilliant as Eli and portrays the teen's hardened exterior and vulnerability with skill. The film avoids heavy-handed preaching and grounds its story in realistic personal struggles. A well-paced, character-driven narrative will definitely pull you in. The film is Dove approved for ages 12 and up and is a solid choice for families with teens. It handles mature themes like grief, crime, and family conflict with sensitivity. The story includes a tense carjacking attempt, an accident, and the weight of a newborn's illness, which warrant the older age recommendation. The core lesson is an illustration of Proverbs 3:5-6. It urges us to trust God's direction when it defies logic. Suzanne's story teaches us that following our spiritual true north requires bold faith. It challenges us to believe that God knows what we are capable of and has a plan for our lives, greater than we could ask or imagine. Our next movie on the list is Heaven Sent. There is Elise, a grandmother devoted to her grandson, and her essential oil shop has walled off her heart after a lifetime of sacrifice. And there is a Pastor Patrick, a widower dedicated to his quirky congregation, who believes his season for love is over. A chance encounter ignites a romance they never saw coming, but their new romance faces complications from a grieving sister-in-law and a well-meaning grandson who decides to broadcast their dates to the world. This film shines with an authentic heart and hilarious insight into church life. Karen Abercrombie is a gem and radiates a faith-filled zest for life, while Leon Pridgeon offers a refreshingly human portrayal of a pastor who deals with grief and meddling matchmakers. Their chemistry, along with a witty script, elevates this story into a cinematic delight that feels both funny and insightful. At its core, this is a story about trusting God's plan when you've stopped making plans of your own. It explores the necessity of forgiveness, the courage to be honest, and the truth that God can bring healing and unexpected joy into our lives, even after we've decided our story is finished. Number 5. Hidden Blessings. After her mother passes away, a filmmaker inherits a painting by a famous recluse. He then invites her to his estate to film a documentary about his life. Her camera captures a raw story from the inside, an intimate look at a family grappling with loss, rivalry, and redemption. The film brilliantly pulls off its documentary-style format, so convincing that you might forget it is fiction. A strong performance from James Arnold Taylor as the quirky and faithful painter anchors Hidden Blessings. He also wrote, produced, and created the art scene on screen. Its sermon-like moments may feel direct to some viewers, but the story's humor, mystery, and surprising twists are undeniably compelling. The film earns its Dove seal for ages 12 and up. It includes some drinking scenes and an unexpected off-screen death that could be jarring for younger viewers. The story also follows a character who expresses anger toward God before undergoing a complete transformation. In the end, Hidden Blessings is a moving portrait of God's perfect love and his ability to bring good from our deepest tragedies. It explores the prodigal son theme through a modern lens. The film shows the boundless nature of a father's forgiveness and the truth that we must build our foundation on the Lord. Next movie we have for you is Nothing is Impossible. Scott Beck's life is a monument to a dream that died. Once a high school basketball legend with a clear path to the NBA, he now mops the floors of that same school, haunted by the trophies in the hall. When his ex-fiancée, Ryan, inherits the local pro team and announces open tryouts as a desperate publicity stunt, she nudges Scott toward an impossible choice. Take one last shot at the life he lost or stay safe in his world of regret. Nothing is Impossible is a feel-good sports drama with a powerful beating heart of faith. David A.R. White brings a quiet charisma to Scott, a man wrestling with God's plan, while Robert Amaya delivers a scene-stealing performance as his urgently funny best friend. The film shines in its ability to weave biblical truths into genuine conversations, and the character's spiritual growth feels refreshingly real. The story does ask for a healthy suspension of disbelief. Critics found it difficult to buy into the idea of a man Scott's age making a professional team, but that's precisely the point. The film leans into its title, presenting a scenario that feels impossible from a human perspective. It's an uplifting, family-friendly story, though parents should note its mature themes. The movie shows how God often uses hardship to begin something wonderful. It's a lesson in perseverance and trusting God's plan. It reminds us that we find our hope only in Christ, not in our circumstances. Number 8. Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters. Steve Parston is a family man with a master plan. He's provided the best for his 3 daughters, and now it's time for the payoff. His eldest, Abby, will join his company. But Abby returns from a service trip with her own plan, a fiancé named Oz, and a calling to open a Christian orphanage in Kenya. Steve's perfect picture shatters, and in his desperation, he hatches a scheme to keep his daughter close and risks the relationship he's trying to protect. The film avoids the doofus dad trope and presents Steve as a good man whose love has become over-controlling. His path toward humility is rooted in faith and guided by the Bible and the wisdom of fellow believers. Casting real-life married couples as the two sets of parents boosts the story's authenticity and grounds the family dynamics in genuine connection. While heartfelt, some critics find the plot predictable and its resolutions a bit too neat. The movie best suits families with tweens and teens, as it tackles mature themes that may be too intense for younger viewers. It depicts an underage party with drinking and a scene where a teen boy pressures his girlfriend to go upstairs, moments that require parental guidance and make for important conversations. At its core, Strong Fathers, Strong Daughters delivers a lesson on letting go. It's a funny story about a father who learns to find strength by trusting his children and God with their futures. The film champions family, sacrifice, and the messy, beautiful work of faith. The next movie on the list is The Ark in the Darkness. The Ark in the Darkness connects the ancient world before the flood to the days preceding Christ's return. This documentary uses scientific evidence and theological arguments to contend that the global judgment of Noah's day is a direct pattern for what is to come, and it urges viewers to understand the past to prepare for the future. The film's high-quality production includes top-notch CGI that vividly brings the early chapters of Genesis to life. Viewers witness antediluvian civilizations, men hunting dinosaurs, and the terrifying sequential phases of the flood. Scholars from organizations like Answers in Genesis and Liberty University break down complex topics into clear terms and present evidence for a young Earth and a global flood. However, the documentary's pivot from the flood to a specific, dispensational view of the end times has drawn criticism. Some viewers find this shift jarring and speculative, as it may not resonate with all Christian traditions. The film's purpose is to awaken believers from being willingly ignorant of God's judgment. It argues that if we fail to understand the first great judgment, we cannot prepare for the final one. The documentary presents a clear gospel message. It frames Jesus as the ultimate ark of safety and offers salvation to all who trust in him before the coming storm. Number 9. The Virgins. Nick and Mary are newlyweds with a ticking clock. Having saved themselves for marriage, they have just one night to consummate their union before Nick deploys to Afghanistan. A simple prank, however, spirals into a comedy of errors that locks them out of their honeymoon cabin and sends them on a frantic, hilarious quest to find a private moment. The film is a well-acted and sharply directed indie comedy that manages to be both funny and refreshingly nuanced. It uses humor to open up conversations about Christian sexuality, abstinence, and marriage in a way that feels earnest, not preachy. The film confidently bills itself as a Christian sex comedy, a label that should guide parents. The story's central premise and open discussions of sexuality make it a valuable watch for Christian families with teens, but it is not intended for younger viewers. The humor, which includes the couple trying to find privacy under church pews, is geared toward a more mature audience prepared for the topic. Beneath the laughs and outlandish situations, The Virgins tells a story about what it means for two to become one. The film beautifully portrays sex as a powerful symbol of two lives and two families being forged together. It's a story that presents love as an act of protection, trust, and sacrifice, and shows us that even in chaos, faith can find its way. And the last one we have for you is Wildflower. College art student Chloe Moret is haunted by secrets she can't remember. Terrifying nightmares of a menacing truck and a whispering voice plague her waking moments and lead to blackouts where she defaces her own artwork with cryptic clues like lost soul. Her life is defined by forgotten trauma. She finds an unlikely ally in Josh, a young man wrestling with his own crisis of faith after a personal tragedy. Together, they begin a search to unlock the 12-year-old mystery buried in Chloe's past, a quest that might restore the faith they have both lost. Wildflower breaks the mold of the typical Christian movie. It is a faith-based thriller that delivers a darker, suspense-driven narrative, complete with murder, abuse, and plenty of twists that will keep you on the edge of your seat. The well-acted story builds to a satisfying and wholesome conclusion. The film is best suited for viewers ages 12 and up. Its Dove faith-friendly rating includes a caution for thematic intensity, since flashbacks of violence, a fight scene, and the unsettling implication of past abuse make it too heavy for younger children. It is a powerful story about finding hope in your darkest moments. As Josh's pastor brother reminds us, when you're going through suffering, nothing can separate you from God's love. Wildflower is a gripping reminder that confronting a painful past with God's help helps restore a broken spirit. We covered a lot of ground today, from the surprisingly decent to the, well, let's just say, creative. We're curious to see which of these movies actually holds up for you. All of these movies are available on YouTube for you to watch for free. All links are in the description below, so just go there, click, and start watching. Leave a comment once you've watched one, or share your own movie title for others to watch. Make sure to subscribe, like, and follow our channel so you don't miss the next deep dive. And if you want to see what other Christian movies we found on our channel, check out this video too.